Hi everyone, welcome to the next instalment of our Klara Markova page. We have these two wrapped candies to colour today. Now I've been having a little think about what colour to do them, and I'm thinking sort of pinky reds might be fun. We've got this little heart right here, and I'm actually going to just start with doing that right away. And I'm going to use my Cadmium red. These are the Castle Art Soft Touch pencils. We have been using them for the whole of this page, but you can use anything that that you like. Look at that lovely pinky red colour. I'm really layering it up because I want it to be a real standout feature on our candies, but I'm going to use this colour elsewhere as well so that it sort of all ties together. So I'm thinking maybe on this stripy piece here, and maybe on these two stripes or three stripes, because we've got this one's more stripy. They're slightly different, but I thought if we do them in similar colours it might work. I'm actually going to ignore the stripes on this and put down quite a fairly heavy layer and fade towards this centre circle. I've obviously got to do that circle, I haven't done that yet. Now I don't want it to really be quite as heavy as here, but I do want there to be an obvious change in colour from down here to up here, because we then start to build the shape of the candy. This bit is going to be rounded. If you think about the shape of a sort of boiled sweet, it will be rounded. So it's going to be lighter here where it's catching the light. And with that being really dark, we need to make that illusion with our colour elsewhere. So here, look, I'm just layering up and then less layers here. And then as I come towards the middle, I'm actually reducing my pressure on the pencil. So I'm taking it really lightly. Go. And we'll do these stripes in the same way. I don't need to worry too much about going quite so lightly as I did on this one for the edges, because we don't have an item like this on this candy. So I'm going to start with this one. Now we do have these lines here from where the paper is crumpled. I'm going to ignore those and just worry about getting this stripe colour right at the moment. We'll deal with those later. Like that. Now Klara has put some dark shading here. I'm going to ignore that on this one. I'm going to do this one my way because I don't know another way to make the shape work. So again, you see, oh, there's a train going by. That's very loud with the window open, I should imagine. So I'm just building the colour up here and then fading it towards the middle. I'm going to do the same with this one. Now I'm also thinking about, on this wrapper we have a piece on the end of each, so I'm going to do that in this colour too. And I am going to use Klara's shading for this, so adding more layers on the end of each one where she's put these extra dots. I'm not sure why it would be darker on the end, but I'm just going to do what she has shown us. It's warm today already. I've already been out, went out really early while it was quiet and cool. The sun is everywhere. Right, there we go. Yes, now I'm going to pick a more pinky colour. I quite like using, oops, where is it? There, the cherry pink I think is going to work. Yeah, so here it is, cherry pink. Now we have dots on here, they're really small. I'm not going to try not to colour on them. I'm just going to do the basic base, and we can think about that colour later. So again, a darker here and less towards the middle. You can see I picked this because it's quite similar to the other colour, but not identical. And it sort of keeps our nice pink, which I like, theme for this sort of pinky reds. Now with that heart, it just sort of said to me, oh, romantic, pinky, cute, whimsical colours. So that's why I picked these. So I'm doing the same as I did for the ribbon really, and just building up the colour so that it is darker on the edges and lighter in the middle. I'm keeping a listen out my wash. I put my washing machine on just now, and it'll start beeping at me when it's finished. I put all the winter gloves and scarves to wash, and then I'm going to put them outside to dry because it's sunny, and then put them all away for a few months. So you can see I'm just fading as I'm going into the middle, again following Klara's sort of guide here. And this is the joy with some illustrators will give us a little hint as to where to put our shadows, and that can be helpful. Some people would rather do it on their own and not have any help, and that's fine, and some people would rather not do it, but actually having those dots there is there for you. So even if you don't sort of want to do it, it's there anyway, so you don't have to worry about doing it. Doing this in the same way, so darker here, a few more layers, and a bit less here. I'm not pushing down too hard. These pencils are vibrant enough without lots of pressure on them. As someone was asking me the other day about the difference between the Soft Touch and the Cardstock Gold, and to be honest, the main difference for me is the wood, the quality of the wood. It's odd because I don't find a big difference between the leads really. These are maybe a little more chalky, but the vibrancy is the same for me, I think. But I don't know, not everyone feels the same way, which is a little bit baffling, to be honest. Now this pink and red look really quite similar, don't they? But we know they're different. But I'm wondering whether to just go in with a bit more cadmium red just to darken it a little bit, just so that we can see they're a bit different, like that. Just overdoing the sort of, overgoing the darkest bits really, just so we can see they're a little bit different. Okay, now we've got this bit here to do. Now I was sort of thinking I'd quite like it to look like it was silver. I'm not sure I can pull that off, but I'm going to have a go. Watch me first. If you don't like it, do something different. The cool grey is what I'm going to use. Now Klara's made it quite dark around the edge, so I'm going to just do that first. And then I need to make a shine across it. Now I need to think about where. It would be here, wouldn't it? Which is where our light is the brightest. So what I need to do is to just put a paler amount of grey across here. Leave a sort of white bit to look like shine, and that's how I am going to do it. I shall add a bit, make it a little darker. The contrast between light and dark is quite important with metallic. The problem with this grey is a little bit too warm. A really cool grey works better, but that's okay. I'm going to do that. Now these sort of crumpled bits we need to think about as well. I'm going to keep with my cool grey and add some shading on these. So wherever there's a dipped in bit, I'm going to make it darker. Now you could use a darker red or pink, but I don't actually have one, which is why I'm using this. To go in all those lines to create a sort of shadow. Now it can be good to go around the outside of each a little more than the inside. Pigeons are flapping outside. They do make me laugh when they land in the garden. It's like a tornado. Everything gets blown around by their enormous wings. I saw some lovely birds out on my walk this morning. Moorhen and some what were they? Wagtails. Now where Klara's marked a darker bit here, I'm tempted to just emphasise that a bit with my grey, just a tiny bit. She hasn't done it on this one, and these area, just to emphasise that shadow a little bit. Now the dots. Now I was going to try and do them white. I'm not sure if the pink is going to bleed through to my white pen. I'm using my Posca PC1MR white pen. Let's see what happens. So far so good. Yeah, this one's okay. What I'm also going to do is white between the stripes rather than it being black. I thought it would be fun if it was white. I don't know why. I just fancied making them white stripes. The problem is with my printer ink, it will still show through. But I think it sort of helps to show the contrast in the colours a little bit better than the black. I don't know why. Now do we need anything else? We could put a tiny white fleck on here to look like shine. And I think I'm going to stop or else I could end up making a big mess. So there are our candies or sweets, wrap sweets. It's up to you to think what flavour. I'm thinking strawberry, maybe cherry. We did use a cherry pink, but pick your favourite flavour. You could do them any colour, of course. You don't have to do them pink, but it was just a bit of fun. So thank you very much for watching. I'm not sure what we're going to do tomorrow. We've got a few options with the next little bit. We've got these, I don't know what they are, so I'll have to make a decision. And yeah, so we'll be doing these. I think I can decide what I might do them as, but you'll have to tune in tomorrow and find out. But thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day and happy colouring.